today's been a slow day. Haley, it has not been a slow day. It has been a very adventurous day. Say hello, Haley.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, interesting thing to talk about in this video is being a stay-at-home dad. I might make another, tomorrow might just be, well, tomorrow Hashi's home, but maybe I'll just like make a video and kind of walk you through like a full day, like my full schedule on a Wednesday, which is a pretty busy day usually. But, you know, it's really easy while I'm working to just, like, turn on a screen. And don't get me wrong, she definitely has TV time. In fact, the reason I even thought about this because it's about to be her TV time, but I was thinking through, like, how we have time for her to go outside. She has to play. She has to use her imagination. You know, I used to have to do that, too, when I was a kid. And it's something that I feel like is sorely lacking. It's so easy to put a screen in front of a kid's face because there's screens in our faces. And I understand the irony here because you're watching this. But something I try really hard to do is, and I'm not always good at it, right? Because there are things I like to do, so she gets to enjoy TV too. But I try to be very intentional with, you know, her watching TV and things like that. And as a parent, I think that two things. One, I used to be really adamant she would never look at TV, and I do see some of the benefits, some of the things she's learned. It's really helped with her neurological development, retaining songs and words and numbers. But I still believe that we can have not balance, but schedule, structure. We can minimize overconsumption if we're willing to put in a little bit of effort. And part of being a parent is like realizing that you kind of, in the chasing of pleasure and wanting to enjoy your marriage and your relationships, you created a life and you gave part of your life up to do that. And you have to be okay with that. And that's just the reality, right? That this life is dependent on me. And if I want it to be developed and raised well, I must take ownership and responsibility and get over myself. So we do, and that's what we're doing. So she's outside playing in the sun. I've been walking out there back and forth as I work on something for work. So yeah. What's up, guys? All right, so I want to talk to y'all a little bit about stretching. So stretching is so underrated. It's so, like, when people stretch, they stretch for like 30 seconds before they work out. And then they get really mad when they pull something or something isn't working like it should. Like, what's wrong? And it's like, yo, one thing I've learned is if you really want to be at your best, if you want to perform at your best, if you want to work out at your best, you've got to stretch every morning. I stretch every morning now. Is it annoying? Yeah, because when I first wake up, everything's tight. And I've got to loosen it up, and I've got to stretch, and it burns a little. It's a little annoying, but like if you don't stretch, you're setting yourself up. Now, some people don't ever stretch and they feel great, so they're gonna see this and think I'm crazy. Fine, ignore me. But for me, I find stretching has been a game changer. Now, pro tip on this. Pro tip. Every stretch you should hold for 30 seconds. First 12 seconds, your brain doesn't even know what's going on. And you can feel it too. If you actually count out the seconds, around second 15, you'll feel the muscle give a little, right? The body's like, oh, a stretch. So it stretches, right? So make sure you're stretching. I would say hit everything, right? So a couple that I love to do, let me show you. Foot towards the thigh, hamstring. You're just gonna try and grab your toes. It's okay if you can't grab your toes. That's okay. That's okay. Don't judge yourself here. Grab it. We're gonna hold it for 30 seconds, okay? The next one is the butterfly. Now, a lot of people be flapping. Stop that. We're not in kindergarten, okay? Come here, elbows into the knees, and you're going to grab with your hands here on the ankle. You're gonna pull up. You're gonna push down into your knees. And you're gonna try and spread out those abductors for 30 seconds, okay? Next one, we're gonna stretch the abductors again. Also the quad, back here, leg back. So your leg goes back like this, okay? And then you're just gonna bend over your knee, over your forward knee. Simple stuff, okay? Now you can't forget the upper body, super important here. First one's gonna be your forearm. You're just going to put your hand like this, grab your fingers like so, okay? Next one's your tricep, up, grab your elbow like this. You're just gonna pull, 30 seconds, and that's it. I just do those stretches every morning for 30 seconds, each side of my body, and it sets me up for success. So, start stretching.